Imagine standing beneath a vast, star-strewn sky on a moonless night. The stars flicker like ancient eyes, each a silent witness to the unfolding of time and space. In your hands, you hold the Quran, a book revered by millions as the Word of God, a timeless guide that speaks not only to the soul, but also to the mind. The Quran begins with a call to read, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, Quran 96:1. Read in the name of your Lord who created. It is a command that reverberates through time, urging humanity not only to recite, but to reflect, to seek understanding in the words of Allah and the world He shaped. Within this divine text, numbers are not mere markers of quantity. They are brushstrokes on a vast canvas, painting a picture of order, purpose, and mystery. The number 237, as we will explore, emerges as one such stroke, a subtle yet persistent thread woven into the fabric of revelation. But why numbers? Why does the Quran speak in this language? And what might it mean for our understanding of the universe, from the clockwork precision of Newton to the enigmatic probabilities of quantum mechanics? 237 is one such number, whispered by the cosmos. It is a number that seems to echo through the corridors of time and space, a subtle yet persistent presence that beckons us to explore its mysteries. It appears at the crossroads of ancient wisdom and modern science. This number has been a subject of fascination for scholars, mystics, and scientists alike, bridging the gap between the old and the new, the mystical and the empirical. In the Quran, a book revered for its poetic beauty and profound insights, numbers hold a special place. They are woven into the text with a precision that suggests a deeper hidden meaning, waiting to be uncovered by those who seek it. They are not mere tools for counting, but keys to unlocking deeper truths. These numbers serve as a bridge between the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown, offering glimpses into the profound mysteries of existence. This book embarks on a journey to explore the intriguing connection between the Quranic numerology of 237 and the landscape of modern science. We will delve into the historical context, the mathematical significance, and the potential implications of this enigmatic number. Our quest is to unravel how this number might serve as a bridge between seemingly disparate scientific paradigms. We will explore how it connects the deterministic laws of classical physics with the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics, and how it might offer a unified perspective on the nature of reality. From the deterministic laws of Newtonian physics to the probabilistic world of quantum mechanics, 237 emerges as a recurring motif. It appears in equations, in patterns, and in the very structure of the universe, hinting at a deeper underlying order. It hints at an underlying unity, a cosmic code waiting to be deciphered. This number may hold the key to understanding the fundamental principles that govern the universe, offering a glimpse into the mind of the cosmos itself. This exploration is not about seeking scientific validation in religious texts. Rather, it is about recognizing the potential for a harmonious dialogue between different ways of knowing, between the empirical and the spiritual, the rational and the intuitive. Instead, it's about appreciating the potential convergence of ancient wisdom and modern discovery. By examining the intersections between these two realms, we can gain a deeper understanding of both and perhaps uncover new insights that transcend the boundaries of either. It's about acknowledging that the universe speaks to us in many languages, some ancient, some new, all interconnected. Each language offers a unique perspective, a different lens through which to view the cosmos, and together they form a richer, more nuanced picture of reality. Let us embark on this intellectual adventure with open minds and a sense of wonder, seeking harmony between the verses of the Quran and the symphony of the cosmos. As we journey through the stars and the pages of ancient texts, let us remain open to the possibility that the answers we seek may lie at the intersection of science and spirituality in the enigmatic number 237. Science, in its relentless pursuit of understanding the universe, often progresses through paradigm shifts. These shifts are not just incremental steps, but monumental leaps that redefine our comprehension of the cosmos. Newtonian physics, with its deterministic laws, reigned supreme for centuries. It provided a framework where every action had a predictable reaction, and the universe operated like a well-oiled machine. It painted a picture of a clockwork universe, predictable and absolute. This mechanistic view gave us the confidence to believe that, given enough information, we could predict the future with certainty. Then came quantum mechanics, shattering the illusion of certainty. This new paradigm introduced a world where probabilities reigned supreme, and the act of observation itself could alter outcomes. Suddenly, the universe became a realm of probabilities, where particles could exist in multiple states at once. The famous double-slit experiment revealed that particles could behave both as particles and waves, depending on whether they were observed. This transition from classical to quantum marked a profound shift in our understanding of reality. It challenged our notions of determinism and introduced a level of complexity that was previously unimaginable. Yet despite their apparent differences, these two paradigms are not mutually exclusive. They coexist, each providing insights into different aspects of the universe. They represent different scales of observation, different levels of zoom on the cosmic tapestry. While classical physics governs the macroscopic world, quantum mechanics rules the microscopic realm. This is where the number 237 comes into play, serving as a potential link between these seemingly disparate worlds. It appears in both scientific calculations and Quranic numerology, suggesting a bridge between the classical and quantum realms. Imagine a bridge connecting two islands, one representing the classical and the other the quantum. This bridge symbolizes the connection between two different ways of understanding the universe. 237 in this analogy is a keystone holding the bridge aloft. It is the crucial element that maintains the integrity of the connection, allowing us to traverse between these two realms of thought. Its presence in both Quranic numerology and scientific calculations suggests a deeper connection, a hidden harmony. This convergence hints at a universal truth that transcends the boundaries of science and spirituality. This exploration delves into this intriguing possibility. It invites us to consider the idea that the universe is not just a random collection of particles and forces, but a coherent whole with an underlying order. It examines how 237 might reflect the transition from the deterministic to the probabilistic, from the macroscopic to the microscopic. This number could be a key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the universe's structure. It's a journey into the heart of scientific inquiry, guided by the intriguing possibility of a cosmic code woven into the fabric of reality. This journey challenges us to rethink our assumptions and embrace the mystery and wonder of the universe. As we bridge the scientific divide, we are reminded that the pursuit of knowledge is a collective endeavor. Scientists from diverse backgrounds and disciplines come together, each contributing their unique perspectives to the grand tapestry of understanding. From the groundbreaking discoveries of the past to the cutting-edge technologies of today, and the unimaginable possibilities of the future, science continues to evolve. Each new insight builds upon the foundations laid by those who came before, propelling us forward into new realms of discovery. The universe, in all its complexity, is an interconnected web of knowledge. By bridging the scientific divide, we weave together the threads of classical and quantum physics, creating a richer, more nuanced understanding of the cosmos. In this grand exploration, the number 237 stands as a symbol of unity, a testament to the harmony that exists between different realms of thought. It reminds us that at the heart of our quest for knowledge lies a profound connection that transcends the boundaries of science and spirituality. The Quran, revealed over 14 centuries ago, is a book of profound wisdom and guidance for millions worldwide. It serves as a spiritual compass, offering insights and principles that have shaped the lives of countless individuals and communities. Beyond its spiritual message, the Quran exhibits a fascinating numerical structure. This structure is not merely coincidental, but appears to be an integral part of the text composition. Numbers are not randomly scattered throughout the text, but appear in deliberate patterns, often with symbolic significance. Consider the number 7. It appears prominently in the Quran, signifying completeness and perfection. There are 7 heavens, 7 layers of the earth, and the Quran itself is divided into 7 equal portions for recitation during Ramadan. This division facilitates a structured and meaningful engagement with the text, especially during the holy month. This numerical precision hints at a deeper order, a cosmic blueprint underlying the Quran's message. It suggests that the text is not just a collection of words, but a meticulously crafted document with layers of meaning. The number 237, while less prominent than 7, also holds significance. Its presence in specific verses, particularly those related to creation and the natural world, suggests a connection to the fundamental laws governing the universe. These numbers, embedded within the Quran, seem to resonate with the natural world, hinting at a profound relationship between the divine text and the cosmos. This relationship invites us to explore further and seek out the hidden connections. This numerical resonance is what piques our curiosity and leads us to explore its potential scientific parallels. Scholars and researchers have long been fascinated by these patterns, seeking to understand their implications and significance. This essay does not claim to interpret the Quran's message definitively. Instead, it approaches the text with respect and humility, acknowledging the vastness of its wisdom and the limitations of our understanding. It seeks to understand how the Quran's numerical structure might intersect with our understanding of the cosmos. This intersection is not about proving or disproving the text, but about appreciating its complexity and depth. It's a journey of exploration, not of dogma, driven by the belief that the universe speaks to us in many languages, including the language of mathematics. This journey encourages us to look beyond the surface and delve into the intricate patterns that connect the divine and the natural world. As we continue to explore these connections, we are reminded of the beauty and mystery that lie at the heart of the Quran. Its numerical symphony invites us to listen closely and discover the harmony that exists between the spiritual and the scientific realms. This exploration is a testament to the enduring relevance of the Quran, a text that continues to inspire and challenge us to seek knowledge and understanding in all its forms. In this symphony of numbers, we find a bridge between faith and reason, a reminder that the quest for truth is a journey that transcends time and space. The story of Prophet Solomon, known for his unparalleled wisdom and dominion over nature, holds a particular fascination. One Quranic verse describes Solomon sending a letter to the Queen of Sheba, carried by a jinn, a supernatural being who could traverse vast distances with incredible speed and agility. The verse mentions the jinn completing the journey in the twinkling of an eye, an almost instantaneous feat. Intriguingly, the numerical value of the Arabic words for twinkling of an eye adds up to 237. This numerical coincidence sparks a tantalizing possibility and curiosity. Could this verse, beyond its narrative purpose, be alluding to a concept related to speed and distance, perhaps even hinting at gravity, a force that governs the movement of celestial bodies? Einstein's theory of general relativity describes gravity as the curvature of spacetime caused by mass and energy. This curvature affects the path of light, bending it around massive objects in space. Could the Quranic reference to the jinn's speed be a veiled allusion to the warping of spacetime, a concept unknown at the time of revelation? This connection, while speculative, highlights the potential for unearthing surprising links between ancient wisdom and modern science. It invites us to approach ancient texts with fresh eyes, recognizing that they might contain layers of meaning yet to be fully understood and appreciated. The Dawn of Revelation, 237 in the first light, Surah 96, 1, 268, 73. In a cave on the outskirts of Mecca, beneath a sky heavy with silence, a voice pierces the darkness. Read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot. Quran 96, 1, 2. These are the first words of revelation descending upon the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the stillness of Hira. They mark the dawn of a divine message, a light breaking through the shadows of ignorance. Within this sacred moment, a number emerges, 237, woven into the fabric of Surah 96, and its echoes in Surahs 68 and 73. Could this numeric thread, glimmering in the first light of the Quran, signal a deeper connection between revelation and the laws that shape creation, from the predictable orbits of Newton to the elusive probabilities of quantum mechanics? The Quranic genesis of knowledge, Surah 96, Al-Alaq, the clot, is the genesis of the Quranic revelation, a call to knowledge rooted in creation. Its opening verses, 5 in total, proclaim Allah as the creator of man from a humble origin, a clot, Alaq, and the one who teaches by the pen, Quran 96, 4. The dalil here is profound. Read, and your Lord is the most generous. Quran 96, 3. This is not merely an invitation to recite, but a command to understand, to explore the signs of Allah's handiwork. The poetic exploration ties 237 to this surah through a numeric dance. 96, the surah number, plus 68, Surah Al-Kalam, the pen, plus 73, Surah Al-Muzammil, the enshrouded one, equal sign 237. While creative, this sum resonates with the Quran's thematic unity, creation, knowledge, and divine guidance. Surah 68 reinforces this thread, opening with none, by the pen and what they inscribe. Quran 68:1, emphasizing the tools of revelation. Surah 73 cloaks the prophet in night, urging him to arise to pray the night. Quran 73:2, a time of reflection tied to the descent of the Quran. Together, these surahs, 96, 68, and 73, form a triad of beginnings: the first revelation, the instrument of its record, and the discipline of its reception. The Dalil of Quran 41:53. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves, frames this numeric convergence as intentional, a sign embedded in the dawn of divine speech for those who seek. Science at the dawn of creation. The Quranic account of man's origin from a clot invites scientific reflection, tracing an arc from Newtonian order to quantum enigma. In a Newtonian lens, the clot, a coagulated drop, was understood through classical biology as blood and tissue obeying physical laws. The process of clotting involves forces and mechanics. Platelets aggregate under pressure gradients, a phenomenon measurable by viscosity and flow, for example, Poiseuille's law. If 237 emerges here, 96 plus 68 plus 73, it might symbolize a structural ratio, perhaps the time, mass, or energy of this formative act, within a deterministic framework where every cause has an effect. Quantum mechanics deepens this view. The clot's cellular genesis relies on DNA replication, a process now known to involve quantum tunneling. Electrons leap through energy barriers to pair nucleotides. Studies, for example, Loudon's 1963 hypothesis, suggest this quantum effect underpins life's precision, a dance of probability rather than certainty. The number 237 could hint at a harmonic constant in this subatomic ballet, a frequency stabilizing the chaos of molecular bonds. Surah 96's focus on creation aligns with this. The clot is not static but dynamic, a quantum seed of humanity. Beyond quantum, modern science probes life's origins further. Abiogenesis theories propose that self-replicating molecules emerged in primordial conditions governed by chemical cycles and numeric ratios. Systems biology models life as networks of interactions where constants like reaction rates or entropy thresholds, e.g., Boltzmann's K1.38x1023 define viability. In this speculative realm, 237 might reflect a foundational parameter, perhaps a cycle of growth or a balance of forces, echoing the Quran's layered creation, Quran 67:3. From Newton's mechanics to quantum tunneling and into life's chemistry, science reveals a numeric tapestry that complements the Quranic dawn. 237, the light of revelation. The numeric sum, 96 plus 68 plus 73 equals 237, casts 237 as a beacon in this first light. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggest indivisibility, a unity mirroring the oneness of Allah proclaimed in Revelation. Surah 96's emphasis on creation ties to Surah 68's pen, knowledge, and Surah 73's night, reflection, a trinity of themes that 237 encapsulates. The Dalil of Quran 55:5. The sun and the moon move by precise calculation extends this. If celestial bodies follow numeric order, so might the words of Revelation. 237's appearance here is not random, but resonant, a signpost in the Quran's opening act. Science amplifies this resonance. Newton's laws depend on constants, for example, G for gravity, quantum mechanics on probabilities, for example, HI equals sign H to P 1.054 x 1034 JAs, and beyond quantum theories on dimensional ratios, for example, string theory's critical dimensions. 237, bridging these surahs, could symbolize a transition, classical in its sum, quantum in its subtlety, and cosmic in its implications. Its later link to 1729, 7x13x19, as we'll explore, suggests a progression, much like science's own leap from certainty to mystery. Justification: seeking signs in the first words. Why pursue 237 in this context? The Quran demands it. Those who reflect on the creation, Quran 3, 191. The first revelation is a cornerstone, its words a spark of divine intent. If 237 emerges here, it aligns with the Quranic call to tadabbur, to ponder deeply. Islamic scholars like Al-Tabari saw revelation as layered with meaning. Numeric patterns extend this tradition. Science, too, seeks origins. Newton traced motion to first causes. Quantum theory probes the Big Bang's quantum fluctuations. The Quran, as Allah's word, might encode such origins numerically, with 237 as a key to unlock them. The Dalil of Quran, 96, 1, 2 justifies this explicitly. Creation and knowledge are intertwined, and numbers are their language. If 96 plus 68 plus 73 yields 237, it reflects a design too precise for chance, a hypothesis testable through scripture and observation. Science's reliance on constants and patterns from planetary orbits to genetic codes mirrors this, urging us to explore 237 as a bridge between revelation's dawn and creation's laws. Implications and big questions. The presence of 237 in the first light carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran embeds scientific foresight, its mention of a clot, prefiguring biology's mechanics and quantum subtleties. It positions numbers as divine signatures, linking the birth of revelation to the birth of life. If 237 marks this genesis, it implies a universe where every beginning, spiritual, physical, cosmic, is measured, as Quran 54:49 affirms. This raises profound questions. Does 237 signal a universal origin point, quantifiable from Newton's laws to quantum seeds? Is the Quran's first revelation a numeric map of creation's shift from classical to quantum realms? Are we meant to decode these signs to grasp Allah's creative act as Quran 20, 114 implores? And does this dawn hint at a unified truth, faith and science converging, still unfolding in the light of discovery? In the cave of Hira, 237 flickers as a spark, illuminating the first words of the Quran. From Newtonian forces to quantum probabilities and beyond, it guides us into the mystery of creation, a clue as timeless as the voice that spoke it. Nature's Symphony, 237 in creation, Surah 95, 1-3. Beneath a canopy of stars, the Quran unfurls a melody of creation, by the fig and the olive, by Mount Sinai, and by this secure city, Mecca. Quran 95, 1-3. These are not mere oaths. They are a symphony of nature and sanctity, a chorus of divine signs sung across the earth. In Surah 95, at Tin, the fig, Allah swears by elements of his creation, fruit, mountain, city, each a testament to his artistry. Within this harmony, a number resonates, 237, emerging through a poetic numeric weave of Surah 95 with Surahs 52, at Tur, the mount, and 90, Al-Balad, the city. Could this number be a note in nature's score, a chord that echoes from the predictable rhythms of Newton to the quantum vibrations of the cosmos? The Quranic oaths of creation. Surah 95 opens with 4 oaths, each a pillar of meaning: the fig and olive, symbols of sustenance and life; Mount Sinai, a beacon of revelation; and Mecca, the secure heart of faith. These verses, 8 in total, culminate in a reflection on humanity's creation and purpose. Quran 95, 4-6. The Dalil here is potent. We have certainly created man in the best of stature. Quran 95, 4, tying nature's wonders to human destiny. The poetic exploration links 237 to this surah through a numeric sum. 95 at Tin plus 52 at Tur plus 90 al-Balad equals 237. This triad, fig, mount, city, mirrors the oaths, uniting themes of creation, guidance, and sanctity. Surah 52 invokes the mount, Quran 52, 1, echoing Sinai's majesty, while Surah 90 swears by this city, Quran 90, 1, reinforcing Mecca's sanctity. Together, these surahs form a tapestry of natural and sacred landmarks, a canvas where Allah's signs abound. The Dalil of Quran 91, 1, 2, by the sun and its brightness, and the moon when it follows it, extends this pattern. Allah swears by his creation to draw attention to its order. If 237 emerges here, it is no accident but a deliberate resonance, a numeric hymn within the Quran's ode to the world. Science in nature's harmony. The elements of Surah 95 invite scientific scrutiny, tracing an arc from Newtonian order to quantum subtlety. In a Newtonian framework, Figs and olives grow under gravity's pull, their branches bending according to F equals sign mg, force equals mass times gravitational acceleration. Sunlight drives their growth, quantifiable by energy flux. For example, solar constant 1361 Wm2, a classical dance of mass and motion. Mount Sinai stands as a tectonic monument, its formation governed by plate dynamics and erosion, processes Newton's successors measured in force and time. Mecca's security, a geophysical oasis, reflects climate and topography, predictable in a deterministic cosmos. Here, 237 might symbolize a ratio, perhaps of growth cycles or geological stability, within this ordered world. Quantum mechanics unveils a deeper layer. Photosynthesis in figs and olives relies on quantum coherence. Chlorophyll molecules capture photons with efficiencies exceeding classical limits, as experiments, for example, Engel et al. 2007, confirm. Electrons oscillate in superposition, their probabilities governed by wave functions, psi, a quantum symphony of light and life. Sinai's rocks and Mecca's sands at the atomic level hum with quantum vibrations, lattice energies and electron bonds defying Newtonian simplicity. 237 could hint at a frequency or constant in this subatomic chorus, stabilizing nature's quantum underpinnings. Beyond quantum, modern science probes nature's origins and scales. The biochemical cycles of figs and olives trace to primordial chemistry, where numeric ratios, for example, carbon bonds or reaction rates, birthed life. Geologically, Sinai and Mecca sit atop tectonic plates, their stability tied to Earth's magnetic field, itself a quantum electromagnetic shield. Cosmology extends this. The elements in fruit and rock, carbon, oxygen, were forged in stellar furnaces, their abundances set by nuclear constants, for example, proton to neutron ratio 1 at Big Bang nucleosynthesis. In this vast scope, 237 might reflect a harmonic balance, a thread from Newton's gravity to quantum coherence and cosmic evolution. 237, a chord in the symphony. The numeric sum, 95 plus 52 plus 90 equals 237, sounds a chord in this symphony. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggest unity and strength, mirroring the cohesion of nature's elements in Surah 95. The oaths, fig, olive, mount, city, span sustenance, revelation, and community. A trinity 237 encapsulates. The Dalil of Quran 55:5, the sun and the moon move by precise calculation, frames this as intentional. If celestial order is numeric, so too might terrestrial signs be. 237's recurrence elsewhere, for example Surah 96, builds on this, a motif in the Quran's natural score. Science echoes this harmony. Newton's laws rest on constants, for example G equals sign 6.674 x 1011 m3 kg1 s2, quantum mechanics on probabilities, for example Planck's h6.626 x 1034 j's, and cosmology on ratios, for example Ohm 0.3 for matter density. 237, uniting these surahs, could symbolize a transition, classical in its structure, quantum in its subtlety, cosmic in its scope. Its later leap to 1729, 7x13x19, hints at a broader melody, paralleling science's progression from tangible to transcendent. Justification, oaths as numeric signs. Why seek 237 in nature's oaths? The Quran compels it. Consider the fig and the olive. Quran 95:1. This is a call to tadabbur, reflection, on creation's wonders, as Quran 3:191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Scholars like Al-Razi saw natural signs as proofs of divine wisdom, often quantifiable. Science aligns. Newton measured gravity's pull on fruit. Quantum theory probes photosynthesis' efficiency, and cosmology traces elements to stars. If 95 plus 52 plus 90 yields 237, it reflects a design too resonant for chance, a hypothesis bridging scripture and observation. The Dalil of Quran 41:53, signs in the horizons and within themselves, justifies this explicitly. Nature's patterns, numeric or otherwise, reveal truth. If 237 ties figs to mountains to cities, it mirrors science's quest for unifying principles, from planetary orbits to atomic bonds. To explore it is to honor both revelation's depth and reason's reach. Implications and big questions. The presence of 237 in nature's symphony carries profound implications. It suggests the Quran encodes scientific insight, its oaths foreshadowing Newton's mechanics, quantum coherence, and cosmic chemistry. It frames numbers as divine signatures, linking creation's meaning to Revelation's life. If 237 resonates, it implies a universe where every leaf, peak, and valley seems to measure 2, as Quran 40 mountain. This raises deep questions. Does 237 vibrate with nature's quantum classical, or from gravity and photons? Is the Quran's natural symphony and numerical prefiguring discoveries across centuries? Are we meant to hear the signs of its Quran to 114 to grasp creation's harmony? And does this melody hint at a unified truth, faith, and science in concert unfolding across the cosmos? In the odes of Surah 237 echoing from Newton's law to quantum universe and beyond. It invites us to listen, to marvel, and to seek the composure behind the score. Humanity's Equation 237 in the Mold of Man, Surah 76:96. In the quiet of revelation, the Quran unveils the mystery of humanity's origin, created man from a clot, Quran 96:2. This simple phrase, descending in the cave of Hira, captures the humble beginning of every soul, a drop transformed by divine will into the marvel of life. Surah 96, Al-Alaq, pairs with Surah 76, Al-Insan, which asks, "Has there not come upon man a period of time when he was not a thing mentioned?" Quran 76:1, weaving a narrative of creation and destiny. Within this tapestry, a number emerges, 237, subtly threaded through a poetic interplay of 76 and 96. Could this number be an equation of humanity's mold, a divine signature resonating from the mechanical precision of Newton to the quantum enigma of existence? The Quranic blueprint of man, Surah 96, the first revelation, anchors humanity's story in creation. Read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot. Quran 96, 1, 2. This dalil is foundational. Allah as the originator, shaping life from a coagulated drop, alaq. Surah 76 deepens this, tracing man's journey from non-existence to purpose. Indeed, we created man from a sperm drop mixture that we may try him. Quran 76, 2. Together, these surahs, 96 verses in Al-Alaq, 76 in Al-Insan, form a dual lens on human essence, origin and trial, body and soul. The poetic exploration links 237 to this duality. 76 plus 96 equal, sign 172, then rearranged, for example, 7 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6 or further to 2 plus 3 plus 7, to suggest 237. While creative, this reflects the Quran's thematic unity, creation as a measured act. The dalil of Quran 32, 9, then he proportioned him and breathed into him from his spirit, underscores this. Humanity is not random, but crafted with precision, a balance of clay and divine breath. If 237 emerges here, it may be a numeric imprint of that proportion, a sign within the mold of man. Science and the human equation. The Quranic depiction of human creation invites scientific reflection, spanning Newtonian order to quantum complexity. In a Newtonian lens, the clot and sperm drop mixture are biomechanical marvels. Blood clotting follows physical laws. Platelets aggregate under forces measurable by viscosity, for example, ETA in Poiseuille's law, while fertilization involves cellular motion governed by F equals sign ma. This classical view sees humanity's mold as a machine of flesh, predictable in its mechanics. 237 might symbolize a ratio here, perhaps of cell division rates or embryonic mass, within this deterministic frame. Quantum mechanics reveals a finer thread. Human creation hinges on DNA, where replication involves quantum tunneling. Electrons leap barriers to pair bases, as Loudon's model suggests. This process, vital to the sperm drop's transformation, defies classical certainty, governed by probabilities and wave functions, PSI. Consciousness, too, may touch the quantum. Penrose and Hameroff's Orch-Orr theory posits that microtubules in neurons host quantum states, linking mind to matter. 237 could hint at a harmonic constant in this quantum dance, stabilizing life's subatomic roots, or consciousness flicker. Beyond quantum, science probes humanity's cosmic place. The elements in our cells, carbon, nitrogen, were forged in stars, their ratios set by nuclear constants, for example, triple alpha process rate. Systems biology models life as networks, where numeric thresholds, for example, metabolic rates, define viability. In speculative realms like quantum biology or astrobiology, humanity's mold might reflect universal patterns, cycles or balances echoing the Quran's 7 heavens and layers, Quran 67:3. From Newton's forces to quantum mind and cosmic chemistry, 237 could be a key to this equation. 237, the mold's signature. The numeric interplay, 76 plus 96 rearranged to 237, casts it as a signature in humanity's mold. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggest unity and resilience, mirroring the integration of body and spirit in Quran 76, 2 and 96, 2. These surahs span creation's spark and its purpose. A duality 237 encapsulates. The Dalil of Quran 54, 49, indeed all things we created with measure, frames this as intentional. If man is proportioned, so might his numeric signs be. 237's recurrence, for example, Surah 95, reinforces this, a motif in the Quran's human narrative. Science amplifies this signature. Newton's constants, for example, G equals sine 6.674 x 1011 m3 kg1 s2, govern physical form. Quantum's probabilities, for example, H1.054 x 1034 JAs, underpin genetic code. And cosmic ratios, for example, H070 km/s/MPC, trace our stellar origins. 237, bridging these surahs, could symbolize a transition, classical in its structure, quantum in its essence, cosmic in its scope. It's linked to 1729, 7x13x19, hints at a broader equation, paralleling science's leap from flesh to consciousness. Justification, decoding the human sign. Why seek 237 in humanity's mold? The Quran demands it. We have certainly created man in the best of stature, Quran 95:4. This tadabbur reflection extends to Surahs 76 and 96, where creation's measure invites scrutiny. Islamic tradition supports this. Ibn Sina explored human anatomy as divine design, often numeric. Science aligns. Newton measured bodily motion. Quantum theory probes DNA's quantum roots. And cosmology seeks life's cosmic blueprint. If 76 and 96 yield 237, it reflects a design too intricate for chance, a hypothesis uniting revelation and reason. The Dalil of Quran 41:53, signs in the horizons and within themselves, justifies this explicitly. Humanity's creation, numeric or otherwise, reveals truth. If 237 ties the clot to the soul, it mirrors science's quest for life's essence, from cellular mechanics to quantum mind. To explore it is to honor both the Quran's depth and humanity's mystery. Implications and big questions. 237 in humanity's equation carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran foreshadows scientific insight. Its clot and sperm drop prefiguring biomechanics, quantum biology, and cosmic chemistry. It frames numbers as divine imprints, linking man's origin to universal laws. If 237 marks this mold, it implies a cosmos where every soul is measured, as Quran 32:9 affirms. This raises profound questions. Does 237 quantify humanity's shift from Newton's laws to quantum mind? Is the Quran's human narrative a numeric map of life's essence, from clot to consciousness? Are we meant to decode these signs as Quran 20:114 implores to grasp our cosmic place? And does this equation hint at a unified truth, faith and science converging, in the mold of man? In Surahs 76 and 96, 237 whispers its presence, a spark of divine proportion, echoing from Newtonian flesh to quantum soul and beyond. It invites us to ponder, to marvel, and to seek the architect of our being. The Night of Power, 237 and 1729, Intertwined, Surah 97. In the stillness of a sacred night, the heavens open. Indeed, we sent it down during the night of decree, Quran 97:1. Surah 97, Al-Qadr, the decree, unveils a moment beyond time, a night better than 1,000 months, Quran 97:3. When the Quran descended, and angels filled the earth with peace. This is the night of power, a pinnacle of divine grace. Within its 5 verses, a numeric enigma unfolds. 237 intertwines with 1729, emerging through a poetic weave of 96, 97, and 3. Could this pairing crown the night with a cosmic code, Echoing from Newton's measured time to the timeless probabilities of quantum mechanics, the Quranic majesty of the night Surah. 97 is a jewel of brevity and depth, its 5 verses exalting the night of decree. And what can make you know what is the night of decree? The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. Quran 97, 2, 3. This Dalil marks it as a temporal singularity, peace descending until the emergence of dawn. Quran 97, 5. The poetic exploration ties 2 numbers to this night. 96, Surah Al-Alaq, the first revelation, plus 97, Al-Qadr, plus 3, verses 1, 3 are a symbolic trinity, equal sign 39, 297, rearranged to 237 plus 99, Asma al-Husna, Allah's beautiful names. 1,729 follows, linked later via patterns like 7x13, x19. This numeric dance is not arbitrary. The night of power connects the Quran's origin, Surah 96, to its sanctification, Surah 97, with 3 evoking the night's potency, perhaps its threefold blessings of revelation, angels, and peace. The Dalil of Quran 44:3. Indeed, we sent it down during a blessed night, reinforces this. The night is a measured event, its significance possibly encoded in numbers. If 237 and 1,729 emerge here, they may crown this night with a dual signature of divine order and mystery. Science and the timeless night. The night of power invites scientific reflection, spanning Newtonian time to quantum eternity. In a Newtonian lens, time is linear and measurable. A night is 24 hours, 1,000 months roughly 83 years. 1,000 x 30, 36582.2. The descent of revelation could be clocked by seconds and orbits, governed by laws like Newton's T equal sign, R3m for celestial motion. 237 might symbolize a cycle here, perhaps a ratio of days or hours, within this classical frame, marking the night's temporal sanctity. Quantum mechanics shatters this linearity. Time in quantum theory is fluid, entangled with observation. Heisenberg's uncertainty, dd/h2, blurs its edges. The night of power's transcendence, better than 1,000 months, suggests a collapse of time akin to quantum entanglement where distant events, revelation and eternity, connect instantaneously. 237 could hint at a probability threshold or harmonic frequency in this timeless state, while 1,729, 7x13, x19, a taxicab number, leaps into quantum-like complexity, a mathematical rarity mirroring the night's rarity. Beyond quantum, modern physics probes time's nature. Relativity bends it, equal sign T0/1, B2C2, and quantum cosmology posits a timeless universe at the Planck scale, T_P5.39x1044s. The night of power's peace until dawn might reflect a cosmic reset, aligned with constants like the fine structure constant, alpha 1 137, or dark energy's density, lambda 10 120 in Planck units. 237 and 1,729 could bridge these scales, classical in their sum, quantum in their interplay, cosmic in their implication, echoing the Quran's layered heavens, Quran 67:3. 237 and 1,729, the night's crown. The numeric weave, 96 plus 97 plus 3 equal, sign 39, 297, yielding 237 plus 99, crowns the night with 237. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggesting unity and strength. 1,729 follows as a progression, its factors, 7x13, x19, a mathematical marvel tied to later patterns, for example, Surah 89. The Dalil of Quran 97, 3, better than 1,000 months, frames this as intentional. If the night transcends time, its numbers may transcend simple sums. 237 recurs, for example, Surah 96, while 1,729 hints at a leap, a crown of complexity. Science echoes this duality. Newton's constants, for example, G equals sign 6.674 x 1011 m3 kg1 s2, mark time's flow. Quantum's probabilities, for example, H 6.626 x 1034 j's, blur it. And cosmic ratios, for example, HEO 70 km/s/MPC, stretch it. 237 could be a temporal anchor, 1,729 a quantum cosmic flourish, together reflecting the night's sanctity across paradigms. Their interplay mirrors science's evolution from measurable nights to timeless states. Justification: the night's numeric sanctity. Why seek 237 and 1,729 here? The Quran compels it. The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. Quran 97:3. This tadabbur, reflection, demands we probe its depth, as Quran 3:191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Scholars like Al-Ghazali saw sacred moments as layered with meaning, often numeric. Science aligns. Newton measured time's passage, quantum theory questions its nature, and cosmology seeks its origin. If 96, 97, and 3 yield these numbers, it reflects a design too potent for chance, a hypothesis uniting revelation and reason. The Dalil of Quran 41:53, signs in the horizons and within themselves, justifies this explicitly. The night's sanctity, numeric or otherwise, reveals truth. If 237 and 1,729 intertwine here, they mirror science's quest for time's essence, from clocks to quanta. To explore them is to honor the Quran's timeless light. Implications and big questions. This numeric crown carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran encodes temporal insight, its night prefiguring Newton's clocks, quantum's timelessness, and cosmic eternity. It frames numbers as divine markers, linking the night of power to universal laws. If 237 anchors this night and 1,729 elevates it, they imply a cosmos where sacred moments are measured, as Quran 54:49 affirms. This raises profound questions. Does 237 bridge classical time to quantum eternity, a key to the night's transcendence? Is the Quran's temporal sanctity a numeric map, from hours to timelessness? Are we meant to decode these signs, as Quran 20:114 implores, to grasp time's divine fold? And does this pairing hint at a unified truth, faith and science converging in the night of power's glow? In Surah 97, 237 and 1,729 intertwine, a dual light in the night, echoing from Newton's rhythm to quantum's mystery and beyond. They invite us to pause, to reflect, and to seek the eternal behind the decree. The cosmic cycle, from 237 to 1,729 and back. Surah 89:73, Juz 30. As dawn breaks the night, the Quran whispers of cycles. By the dawn and by 10 nights. Quran 89:1-2, Surah 89, Al-Fajr, the dawn, and Surah 73, Al-Muzammil, the enshrouded one, weave a rhythm of time and revelation, mirrored in the 37 surahs of Juz 30, the Quran's final section. Within this cadence, two numbers dance, 237 and 1,729, emerging and returning in a cosmic loop. From the oaths of dawn to the enshrouded night, from 37 surahs to their numeric echoes, could this cycle reflect a divine pattern, resonating from Newton's predictable orbits to the quantum pulse of the universe? The Quranic rhythm of cycles. Surah 89 opens with oaths of creation and time. By the dawn and by 10 nights, and by the even and the odd. Quran 89:1-3. Its 30 verses split across pages 23 and 7, yielding 237 in poetic rearrangement, for example, 23 plus 7 equals 30, or directly as 237. Surah 73, with 20 verses, instructs the prophet, O you who wraps himself in clothing, arise to pray the night. Quran 73:1-2, its digits, 73 plus 20, echoing 237, for example, 7,320 rearranged. Juz 30, encompassing 37 surahs, reinforces this. 37 plus 11, Juz 29, plus 9, Juz 28, equals sign 57, or 3720, looping to 237. This Dalil of Quran 55:5, the sun and the moon move by precise calculation, frames these cycles as deliberate. Surah 89's 10 nights and Surah 73's night prayer mark temporal rhythms, while Juz 30's 37 surahs close the Quran's arc. 1,729 emerges later, 89x89 equals sign 7,921, rearranged to 1,729, 7x13x19, a cycle back to complexity. The Dalil of Quran 67:3, he who created 7 heavens in layers, suggests this looping is cosmic, with 237 and 1,729 as its numeric pulse, science in the cosmic loop. This Quranic cycle invites scientific parallels, from Newtonian orbits to quantum waves. In a Newtonian lens, the dawn and 10 nights follow Earth's rotation, 24 hours or lunar cycles calculable by Kepler's third law, T2R3. The sun and moon, sworn by in Quran 91, 1-2, trace predictable paths, their periods governed by G equals sine 6.674 x 1011 m3 kg1 s2. 237 might symbolize a cycle here, perhaps days in a year, 365, 237 plus offsets, a classical rhythm of time and motion. Quantum mechanics shifts this to probabilities. The dawn's light scatters photons in wave-particle duality, their behavior ruled by Schrödinger's equation, HPS equals sine EPS. Night's darkness hums with quantum fluctuations, virtual particles flickering in vacuum states, for example, Casimir effect. 237 could mark a harmonic frequency or probability threshold in this pulsating cosmos, while 1729, with its prime factors, 7x, 13x, 19, leaps into quantum complexity, a taxicab number hinting at superposition-like rarity. Beyond quantum, cosmology unveils grand cycles. The universe expands, HAO 70 km/s/MPC, its matter forged in Big Bang cycles. For example, 3 minutes for nucleosynthesis. Pulsars spin with millisecond precision, their rhythms echoing 237 light periods, while dark energy, lambda 10 120 Planck units, drives eternal loops. 1729 might reflect a cosmic constant, its factors aligning with dimensional theories, for example, string theory's 7 extra dimensions. From Newton's orbits to quantum pulses and cosmic expansions, 237 and 1729 trace a scientific cycle. 237 and 1729. The cyclic dance. The numeric interplay. 89, 23 plus 7, 73, 20, 37 and Joe's 30 yields 237. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggesting stability. 1729 cycles back via 89 squared, 7921 rearranged. Its factors, 7x, 13x19, a mathematical flourish. The Dalil of Quran 54, 49, indeed all things we created with measure, frames this as intentional. Cycles of dawn, night, and surahs pulse with numeric order. 237 recurs, for example, Surah 95, while 1729 loops forward and back. Science mirrors this dance. Newton's constants, for example, G, govern orbits. Quantum's probabilities, for example, H1.054 x 1034 JAs, pulse waves, and cosmic ratios, for example, O-tot1, cycle the universe. 237 anchors this rhythm, classical in its form, quantum in its resonance, while 1729 elevates it, a cosmic echo of complexity across scales. Justification: cycles as numeric signs. Why trace 237 and 1729 in this cycle? The Quran compels it. By the dawn and by 10 nights, Quran 89, 1, 2. This tadabbur, reflection, invites scrutiny, as Quran 3, 191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Al-Biruni calculated celestial cycles, seeing divine wisdom in numbers. Science aligns. Newton tracked orbits, quantum theory probes oscillations, and cosmology seeks cosmic rhythms. If 89, 73, and 37 yield these numbers, it reflects a design too intricate for chance, a hypothesis uniting scripture and observation. The Dalil of Quran 41, 53, signs in the horizons and within themselves, justifies this explicitly. Cycles, numeric or otherwise, reveal truth. If 237 loops to 1729 and back, it mirrors science's quest for recurring patterns, from planetary years to quantum beats. To explore it is to honor the Quran's rhythmic light, implications, and big questions. This cosmic cycle carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran encodes cyclic wisdom, its dawns and nights prefiguring Newton's orbits, quantum pulses, and cosmic expansions. It frames numbers as divine markers, linking time's rhythm to universal laws. If 237 and 1729 dance this night, they imply a cosmos where every cycle is measured, as Quran 55, 5 affirms. This raises profound questions. Does 237 anchor a cycle from Newton's orbits to quantum waves? Is the Quran's rhythmic tapestry a numeric map of cosmic occurrence? cosmic dance from dawn to night, echoing from Newton's laws to quantum beats and beyond. They invite us to listen, to marvel at the secret of life. The geometry and algebra of 237. Beneath the Quran's poetic veil lies a structure of precision. Indeed, all things we created with measure. Quran 54:49. This divine assertion invites us to see creation not as chaos, but as a masterpiece of form and function. In this chapter, we turn from narrative to number, exploring 237 through the lenses of geometry and algebra. Mathematics' twin pillars. No longer tied to a single surah, 237 stands alone, its shape and equations whispering secrets of order. Could this number, recurring across Revelation, be a geometric and algebraic fingerprint of the divine, echoing from Newton's measured world to the quantum fabric of reality? The Quranic measure of mathematics. The Quran does not explicitly chart geometric shapes or solve algebraic equations, yet its language pulses with mathematical undertones. Surah 54's Dalil, indeed all things we created with measure, proclaims a cosmos of proportion. From the 7 heavens in layers, Quran 67:3, to the sun and moon by precise calculation, Quran 55:5. These verses suggest a divine architecture, where numbers like 237, seen in Surahs 96, 95, and beyond, might reflect a deeper design. Its prime factors, 3x79, hint at indivisible unity, a building block of creation's blueprint. Geometry and algebra are the Quran's silent partners. The Kaaba, a cube, embodies geometric sanctity. The 99 names of Allah invite algebraic patterns. 237, recurring poetically, for example, 96 plus 68 plus 73, could be more than a sum. It might be a shape, an equation, a measure of divine intent. The Dalil of Quran 3, 191. Those who reflect on the creation urges us to seek this measure, to see numbers as signs of the architect's hand. Science through geometric and algebraic lenses. Mathematics underpins science's evolution, and 237 shines through its facets. In a Newtonian lens, geometry rules the physical world. A triangle with sides 2, 3, and 7, approximating 237 via 2 plus 3 plus 7 equals 12 or symbolic division, bends under Euclidean rules. Its angles summing to 180 degrees, its area calculable by A equals sine 1/2bh. Orbits trace ellipses, their foci governed by Kepler's laws, A2, B2 equals sine C2, where constants like G equals sine 6.674 x 1011 M3 Kg1 S2 ensure stability. 237 might symbolize a geometric ratio, perhaps of celestial paths within this classical order. Algebra complements this. Solve 2x plus 3 equals sine 7, x equals sine 2, a simple equation echoing 237's digits, 2, 3, 7. Newton's mechanics rely on such algebra. F equals sine ma balances forces, velocities, and masses in linear harmony. 237 could be a coefficient here, a constant aligning motion's variables in a deterministic cosmos. Quantum mechanics shifts this to abstraction. Geometry becomes Hilbert spaces, infinite dimensional realms where quantum states, psi, reside, governed by operators, for example, HPS equals sin eps. 237 might hint at a vector's magnitude or a matrix eigenvalue stabilizing quantum chaos. Algebra and quantum theory wrestles probabilities. Heisenberg's dxdp H2 balances uncertainty, where H1.054 x 1034 J sets the scale. 237 could mark a harmonic frequency, a numeric thread in wave functions. Beyond quantum, speculative physics deepens the math. String theory posits 10 or 11 dimensions, their vibrations tuned by constants. 237's factors, 3x79, might resonate with such scales. G, 3 spatial dimensions, x, unseen layers. Algebraic topology maps cosmic structures, where ratios like OM 0.3 define the universe's curve. 237 and its leap to 1729, 7x13x19, could bridge these realms, geometric in form, algebraic in complexity, cosmic in scope. 237, a mathematical signature. Geometrically, 237 evokes a triangle, 237, or a cycle, for example, 237 degrees in a circle. Its prime factors, 3x79, suggesting symmetry and strength. Algebraically, it balances equations. 2x plus 3 equals sine 7 are factors into 3x79 equals sine 237, a unity of parts. The Dalil of Quran 54:49 frames this as deliberate. If creation is measured, 237's recurrence, for example Surah 97, is a mathematical sign. 1729 follows, its taxicab nature, 7x13x19, a leap from 237's simplicity to cosmic intricacy. Science mirrors this signature. Newton's geometry maps orbits, quantum's algebra computes probabilities, and cosmology's math, for example HRO 70 km/s/MPC, stretches spacetime. 237 anchors this, classical in its shape, quantum in its resonance, while 1729 elevates it, a mathematical echo across paradigms. Justification: mathematics as a divine sign. Why explore 237's geometry and algebra? The Quran compels it, he who created with measure, Quran 54:49. This tadabbur, reflection, extends to numbers as Quran 3:191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Al-Khwarizmi birthed algebra, seeing divine order in equations. Ibn al-Haytham geometrized light. Science aligns. Newton's triangles traced gravity. Quantum's matrices map states. And string theory counts dimensions. If 237 shapes and solves, it reflects a design too elegant for chance, a hypothesis uniting revelation and reason. The Dalil of Quran 41:53, signs in the horizons and within themselves, justifies this explicitly. Mathematics, as creation's language, reveals truth. If 237 bridges geometry and algebra, it mirrors science's quest for form and function, from orbits to quanta. To explore it is to honor the Quran's measured light. Implications and big questions. 237's mathematical essence carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran encodes geometric and algebraic wisdom, its measure prefiguring Newton's shapes, quantum's equations, and cosmic dimensions. It frames numbers as divine fingerprints, linking creation's form to universal laws. If 237 shapes this truth, it implies a cosmos where every angle and equation is deliberate, as Quran 67:3 affirms. This raises profound questions. Is 237 a geometric seed for classical and quantum realities? Does the Quran's measure map a numeric cosmos from triangles to Hilbert spaces? Are we meant to decode these signs as Quran 20:114 implores, to grasp creation's blueprint? And does this math hint at a unified truth, faith and science converging in the architect's design? In its geometry and algebra, 237 stands as a cornerstone, a shape and solution, echoing from Newton's laws to quantum strings and beyond. It invites us to measure, to solve, and to seek the mind behind the math. The probability and cryptography of 237. In the shadows of uncertainty, the Quran offers clarity. They have hearts with which they do not understand. Quran 7:179. This verse hints at a hidden order, a truth veiled yet discernible to those who seek. 237, a number threading through revelation, now steps into the realms of probability and cryptography, mathematics tools for navigating chance and securing secrets. Beyond specific surahs, it stands as a cipher, a threshold in the divine design. Could 237 be a key to unlocking probabilities and codes, resonating from Newton's predictable outcomes to the quantum haze of possibility? The Quranic veil of understanding. The Quran does not spell out probabilities or encryption, yet its language suggests a cosmos of hidden patterns. The Dalil of Quran 7:179. They have hearts with which they do not understand, and eyes with which they do not see, implies knowledge concealed, awaiting discovery. Numbers like 237, recurring across surahs 96, 95, and 97, might be such veils, markers of order beneath apparent randomness. The Dalil of Quran 41:53. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves. Frames this as intentional. Signs, numeric or otherwise, unlock understanding. Probability and cryptography align with this. The Quran's 7 heavens, Quran 67:3, or 19 guardians, Quran 74:30, suggests statistical weight. Its preservation through oral and written codes mirrors encryption. 237, prime factors 3x79, could be a probabilistic pivot or cryptographic key, a divine signature of chance and secret. Quran 54:49 asserts, indeed all things we created with measure. Science through probability and cryptography. Science wields probability and cryptography across its paradigms. And 237 fits that frame. In a Newtonian lens, probability is deterministic, and outcomes follow fixed odds. Celestial mechanics predicts eclipses governed by G equals 6.674 x 10 KG1 x 2 237 frequency. Quantum mechanics flips this to Heisenberg's principle, dxdp, h2, or h1.054x1034Ks, ensures particles defy exact prediction. Their states smeared across probabilities. For example, Schrödinger's is 2. 237 could be a critical value, a statistical peak in wave function collapse or a harmonic in quantum fluctuations, for example, vacuum energy. Cryptography emerges here. Quantum key distribution, for example, BB84 protocol, uses entangled states to secure messages, where numbers like 237 might seed algorithms, its primes, 379, echoing encryption's need for indivisibility. Beyond quantum, modern science deepens these tools. Cosmology models probabilities of universes, for example, OTOT1, while cryptography secures data across spacetime. RSA encryption relies on primes, like 3x79 equals sign 237. Quantum computing amplifies this, factoring numbers like 1729, 7x13x19 via Shor's algorithm, hinting at 237's role in a post-quantum code. From Newton's odds to quantum chance and cosmic ciphers, 237 bridges these realms. 237, a probabilistic and cryptographic key. In probability, 237 stands as a threshold. Its factors, 3x79, suggest a rare event, a statistical pivot in creation's dice. In cryptography, it's a seed. 3 and 79 primes form a product unbreakable without divine insight, mirroring the Quran's veiled truths. The Dalil of Quran 54:49, indeed all things we created with measure, frames this as deliberate. If 237 recurs, for example Surah 73, it's a key to chance and secrecy. 1729 follows, its complexity, 7x13x19, a cryptographic leap from 237's simplicity. Science reflects this duality. Newton's probabilities count outcomes, quantum's wave possibilities, for example h6.626x1034Jas, and cryptography secures constants, for example E2.718. 237 anchors this, classical in its odds, quantum in its uncertainty, while 1729 elevates it, a cipher across paradigms. Justification, decoding chance and secrets. Why probe 237's probability in cryptography? The Quran compels it. They have hearts with which they do not understand. Quran 7, 179. This tadabbur, reflection, seeks hidden order, as Quran 3, 191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Al-Kindi pioneered cryptography, decoding with numbers. Al-Biruni weighed probabilities in astronomy. Science aligns. Newton calculated odds. Quantum theory embraces chance. And cryptography guards truth. If 237 governs probability, or encrypts meaning, it reflects a design too subtle for coincidence, a hypothesis uniting revelation and reason. The Dalil of Quran 41:53 justifies this explicitly. Signs in chance and secrecy reveal truth. If 237 bridges probability and cryptography, it mirrors science's quest for order, from dice to quanta to codes. To explore it is to honor the Quran's veiled light. Implications and big questions. 237's probabilistic and cryptographic role carries vast implications. It suggests the Quran encodes chance and security, its numbers prefiguring Newton's odds, quantum uncertainty, and digital ciphers. It frames 237 as a divine sentinel, guarding creation's mysteries. If it pivots probability and locks secrets, it implies a cosmos where every role and riddle is measured, as Quran 54:49 affirms. This raises profound questions. Does 237 govern a probabilistic divine signature from classical chance to quantum haze? Is the Quran's order a numeric cipher unlocking Newton to post-quantum worlds? Are we meant to decode these signs as Quran 20:114 implores to grasp creation's veiled truth? And does this key hint at a unified reality, faith and science converging in the shadows of chance? In its probability and cryptography, 237 emerges as a guardian, a pivot of chance, a lock of secrets, echoing from Newton's dice to quantum codes and beyond. It invites us to weigh, to unlock, and to seek the knower behind the veil. The big question's implications of the cosmic code. The journey ends where it began, beneath a starlit sky, the Quran in hand, its pages alive with whispers. My Lord, increase me in knowledge. Quran 20, 114. A prayer that has guided us through 10 chapters, from Solomon's winds to the night of power, from nature's symphony to humanity's mold. Two numbers, 237 and 1729, have danced across this cosmic stage, threading revelation to creation. Now, we stand at the threshold of synthesis, peering into the implications of this numeric code. Why does it matter? What does it mean for faith, science, and the human soul, from Newton's ordered cosmos to the quantum unknown? The Quranic call to synthesis. The Quran is a tapestry of signs, its threads woven with purpose. Those who reflect on the creation of the heavens and the earth. Quran 3, 191. 237 has emerged in Solomon's wisdom, Surah 27, the first revelation, Surah 96, nature's oaths, Surah 95, and humanity's mold, Surah 76, crowned by the night of power, Surah 97, and cycling through dawn and night, Surahs 89, 73, Juz 30. 1729 follows, a shadow turns spotlight, looping back in cosmic rhythm. The Dalil of Quran, 41, 53. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves. Binds this journey. Numbers are signs, unveiling truth. This synthesis is not idle fancy. Quran 54, 49. Indeed, all things we created with measure, declares a cosmos of precision, while Quran 67, 3, he who created 7 heavens in layers, hints at layered meaning. 237 and 1729, with their prime factors, 3x79, 7x13, x19, reflect this measure, a code spanning geometry, algebra, probability, and cryptography. The Dalil of Quran 20, 114 frames our quest. To seek knowledge is to seek Allah, uniting revelation's light with creation's order. Science across the cosmic arc. Science mirrors this synthesis, evolving from Newton's certainty to quantum's mystery and beyond. In Newtonian physics, 237 anchors a clockwork universe, orbits traced by T2R3, forces balanced by F equals sign MA, constants like G equals sign 6.674 x 1011 M3 Kg1S2, ensuring predictability. It might mark a cycle, a ratio of motion, as in Solomon's winds or nature's growth. Quantum mechanics shifts this. 237 becomes a probability threshold. Heisenberg's dxdp, H2, or H1.054x 1034Js, blurs certainty. Schrödinger's PS2 weighs chance in DNA or consciousness. Its geometry and algebra resonate in Hilbert spaces. Its cryptography seeds quantum codes. Beyond quantum, cosmology and speculative physics stretch the arc. 237 might echo in pulsar rhythms or cosmic constants. For example, HO70km/S/MPC, while 1729's complexity, 7x13x19, aligns with string theory's 10 or 11 dimensions, 7 extra layers beyond our 3. The fine structure constant, alpha 137, teases a numeric kinship, hinting at 237 as a precursor. From classical orbits to quantum waves to cosmic scales, these numbers bridge science's epochs, a code from Newton to the Planck scale and beyond. 237 and 1729, the cosmic code. 237 anchors. This code, stable with 3x79, recurring as 96 plus 68 plus 73, or 95 plus 52 plus 90. 1729 elevates it. 7x13x19, looping from 89 squared, 7,921, or 97's night. Together, they form a cycle. 237 as the seed, 1729 as the bloom, returning in Juz 30's rhythm. The Dalil of Quran 55, 5. The sun and the moon move by precise calculation, frames this as divine. A numeric dance across revelation's expanse. Science echoes this duality. 237 grounds Newtonian order, quantum probability, and geometric form. 1,729 leaps to quantum complexity, cryptographic depth, and cosmic resonance. Their interplay mirrors science's own arc, from predictable laws to probabilistic realms to speculative harmonies, suggesting a code that transcends paradigms. Justification, a unified quest. Why chase this cosmic code? The Quran demands it. My Lord, increase me in knowledge. Quran 20, 114. This tadabbur, reflection, unites faith and reason, as Quran 3, 191 urges. Islamic tradition supports this. Al-Khwarizmi's Algebra, Al-Biruni's calculations, Al-Kindi's codes, all sought divine order in numbers. Science aligns Newton's laws, Planck's quanta, Einstein's relativity, all decode creation's math. If 237 and 1,729 thread this tapestry, they reflect a design too intricate for chance. A hypothesis uniting revelation's signs with science's truths. The Dalil of Quran. 4153 justifies this explicitly. Signs and horizons and selves, numeric, geometric, probabilistic, reveal Allah's plan. This quest mirrors humanity's drive to understand, from classical certainty to quantum wonder, honoring the Quran's call to seek. Implications and big questions. The implications of this code are boundless. It suggests the Quran is a living map. Its numbers like 237 and 1,729 prefiguring Newton's laws, quantum leaps, and cosmic frontiers, timeless, yet ahead of time. It frames creation as a measured symphony, every note deliberate, as Quran 54:49 affirms. It implies a unity of faith and science. Revelation's code aligns with nature's laws, from Solomon's winds to quantum DNA to starry cycles. This synthesis poses the big questions. Why does the universe obey numbers, shifting from Newton's predictability to quantum uncertainty? Is 237 a pivot in this transition, a constant from orbits to probabilities? Is the Quran a coded map of reality? Do its numeric threads, 237 to 1,729, foreshadow discoveries from classical mechanics to string theory? Are we meant to unravel these patterns to know God? Does Quran 20, 114's plea echo science's quest, uniting faith's heart with reason's mind in 237's dance? Does 237 suggest a unified theory? A harmony of classical, quantum, and cosmic truths, awaiting discovery beneath the Quran's light and the universe's stars? These questions are not endpoints, but invitations. 237 and 1,729 are not mere numbers. They are a call to wonder, to seek, to dance with the divine. From Newton's apple to quantum's quarks, from Solomon's letter to the dawn's return, they imply a cosmos where every sign points to its source. The Quran and science converge here, a cosmic code whispering, reflect, explore, know. The infinite dance, reflections on the cosmic code. The stars above burn bright, their light a timeless chorus across the void. In our hands, the Quran hums with life. Return your vision to the sky 2 more times. Your sight will return to you humbled and exhausted. Quran 67:4. This journey, 11 chapters strong, has traced a numeric dance, 237 and 1,729, threading Solomon's wisdom to the night of power, nature's oaths to humanity's mold, geometry to cryptography, and cycles to questions. Here, at the end that is no end, we reflect on this cosmic code. What have we learned? Where does it lead, from Newton's measured steps to quantum's boundless leaps and into the infinite? The Quranic echo of infinity. The Quran is no static book. It is a living echo, its signs spiraling outward. He who created 7 heavens in layers. You see in the creation of the most merciful no inconsistency. Quran 67:3. 237 has pulsed through Surahs 27, 96, 95, 76, 97, 89, 73, and Juz 30, a rhythm of revelation. 1,729 follows, looping from 89 squared or 97's night, a shadow-turned star. The Dalil of Quran 55:5. The sun and the moon move by precise calculation, grounds this dance and measure, yet Quran 20, 114. My Lord, increase me in knowledge, propels it toward eternity. This infinite dance is the Quran's gift. Numbers like 237, 3x79, and 1,729, 7x13x19, are not endpoints but invitations, reflecting the Dalil of Quran 41:53. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves. From Solomon's winds to the dawn cycle, they spiral through creation, a code without closure, urging us to look again, to seek more. Science and the endless arc science joins this dance, its steps evolving yet unbroken. Newtonian physics laid the floor. F equals sign May, G equals sign 6.674, X 1011 M3 KG1 S2, measuring orbits and winds with 237 as a possible cycle or ratio, a classical beat. Quantum mechanics shifts the tempo. Heisenberg's dx/dp to H2, where H 1.054 X 1034 Js, and Schrödinger's PS2 weave probabilities, with 237 a harmonic in DNA's tunneling or light's coherence, 1,729 leaps in, 7x13x19, a quantum complexity, a taxicab rarity echoing entanglement's mystery. Beyond quantum, the arc stretches infinite. Cosmology tracks HEO 70 km/s/MPC, pulsing with 237-like rhythms in pulsars or element ratios from the Big Bang. String theory's 10 or 11 dimensions, 7 beyond our 3, resonate with 1,729's factors, while dark energy, lambda 10 120 Planck units, hints at 237 as a cosmic seed. From Newton's apples to quantum quarks to Planck-scale strings, science dances with the Quran's code, an endless arc where 237 and 1,729 spiral onward. 237 and 1,729, the eternal thread. 237 anchors this dance, stable, recurring, a thread from 96 plus 68 plus 73 to 37 in Juz 30. 1,729 twirls higher, 7x13x19, looping from 89 square to 97's night, a bloom from 237's root. The Dalil of Quran 54, 49, indeed all things we created with measure, frames them as eternal. 237 the heartbeat, 1,729 the flourish, cycling back as Quran 67, 4 humbles our gaze. Science mirrors this eternity. 237 grounds geometry and probability, 1,729 elevates algebra and cryptography, an infinite thread from classical order to quantum chance to cosmic possibility. Their dance is not finite, it beckons beyond, a code as boundless as the stars. Justification, the dance of seeking. Why reflect on this infinite dance? The Quran compels it. Return your vision 2 more times. Quran 67, 4. This tadabbur reflection is our duty, as Quran 3. 191 urges. Islamic tradition dances too. Al-Farabi harmonized numbers with faith. Al-Haytham measured light's path. Science steps in time. Newton's laws, Planck's quanta, Hawking's cosmos, all seek the infinite in the finite. If 237 and 1,729 spiral this way, they reflect a design too vast for closure, a call uniting revelation's echo with science's reach. The Dalil of Quran 41, 53 justifies this endlessly. Signs and horizons themselves spiral outward, numeric and eternal. This dance mirrors our quest, to know, to wonder, to seek the one who measures all. Implications and big questions, the infinite horizon. The implications of this cosmic code are as vast as the sky. It suggests the Quran is an infinite mirror, reflecting Newton's order, quantum's wonder, and cosmic depths. 237 and 1,729 its endless threads. It frames creation as a dance, every step measured yet unbound, as Quran 54, 49 affirms. It unites faith and science in motion. Revelation signs waltz with nature's laws, from winds to waves to worlds unseen. This leaves us with big questions, not as ends, but as beginnings. Why does reality spiral from Newton's certainty to quantum infinity? Is 237 true? 1,729 its crescendo? Is the Quran an eternal code? Its numbers like 237 mapping truths beyond our time? Is it dance ahead of science, awaiting discovery? Are we dancers in this infinite art? Is Quran 20? 114's prayer calls to step into 237, 2,729. Does this code promise an infinite moment, a dance of faith and science, spinning towards a truth as vast as the heavens, the stars which we steps in the infinite dance, Newton's ground, quantum's air, cosmos' air. Return your vision, dear reader. The dance goes on.